Hello, my name is Ayon and I'm from India, Kolkata. And why should you hire me as a scriptwriter is simply because I do these three things. First, before writing a script, I actually imagines what would be the effect of the script after it is written. It is basically imagining scenarios in your mind that what value or what effect it will have on audience after you put it either through visual content like through YouTube videos or Instagram videos, but in some way after your work gets published, what exact effects would it have on the minds of people who would consume it? So first, you have to understand the psychology of people who would watch your content as an audience first. Second thing is basically your script have to vary as per the requirements of different social media platforms. For example, if you're writing for Instagram, your content have to be very hooky. It have to be very visual and very SFX oriented, and it has to be not very narrative oriented, because people in Instagram do not have that retention to watch till the end because their retention drops. But in YouTube, might be the same content. If you publish in YouTube, it will work because naturally in YouTube, people have more retention and more patience, I would say. So that is a very important hallmark for a script writer. So you have to figure out your script will work, but on what exact platform. So you have to figure out the exact platforms on which you will get your work published. And that is a very important way also to understand the psychology overall of different social media platforms. And number three, I would say, before writing a script, you have to convince yourself that you are writing a masterpiece. You're writing something that will change the perspective, the way it is now being trained on based on the feeded contents that are already have inside our minds. So what I'm saying is that the number three thing is, which is the most important part, is that you have to understand that you are writing a masterpiece. You are writing a masterpiece, and that masterpiece have to be in conflict sometimes with the other past contents that you already have seen in Instagram or in YouTube. So it is very normal for you to feel that, oh, I have written a kind of a content which might not work. It is very possible, but you will have to convince yourself that despite your content not getting attention, you should still strive for writing more such contents, because maybe the platform itself is not ready yet for your type of content. So that is why it is not valuing your content, and that is why you're getting demotivated, that why my content or why my script is not doing well in these platforms. But maybe because those platforms have a way of training their algorithm, and the algorithm decides which content will win or not. But if you consistently put your work again and again, despite all the failures that you're going to eventually see, despite that, if you're still writing for the sake of writing, for the love of writing, then it will work. So I have these qualities, and I also have knowledge that how to put those scripts through GenAI tools such as, for example, VV.ai and so many things. And I know that how to put a script visually and very aptly to different people, okay? And that should satisfy them, but also it will not always satisfy them, but it will also kind of, give them a hard knock on their brains, because it is very obvious that people will not see your content the way they have trained their minds on based on their previous kind of things that they have seen. So people will generally not like your content instantaneously. You will have to put effort. You have to put again and again the works that you're doing on social media platforms, and you have to literally monitor what your content is actually doing there. what analytics it is like showing, like the kinds of engagement, the comments, how many people have shared it, how many people have like disliked it or something like that, and how many people actually told you like in person that, oh, you have done a great piece of content. Now that is the real review that I am talking about, and these three things is very important. So I have this quality to first understand that the psychology of the platform. Second is actually understanding that how to like achieve it and how it will work to different social media platforms. And number three, despite the failures, like you literally have to put good amount of work if you want to achieve. And I am in a company right now in Kolkata in India, which is an AI based startup, and I have been here for 2 years. I've written so many contents. I've wrote several scripts, and also I have my own YouTube channel, but I started relatively like 2 months ago, and like I have like 45 subscribers, actually 47 subscribers, and good amount of views. Like overall view is almost like 18,000 or 16,000 something. And I have my LinkedIn, which I also like, I do not post very often, but I started also that 2 months ago, and I have now over 1.8k followers there. And I have Insta, and I put contents, and there also I have like over 100 followers. But these numbers, it will like, you will say that, oh, okay, so it is like very less amount of numbers. But I would say, given the time I started, for example, like only 2 months ago, or basically 2.5 months ago, the spike I've seen, the kind of growth that I've seen, it's good, I would say. But yeah, but I'm a scriptwriter, and also I have the technical knowledge of editing. So I used like Vinci, I used CapCut, I still use, and I know how to put cuts and how to put music, SFX, and different elements, how to like give color grade to this specific thing to make it more appealing. So I know stuff, and I can do stuff for you. So it is now your decision whether you will like me to be a part of your team. So I'm looking forward to get this job as a scriptwriter. And so this is my raw Loom video in India. Thank you.